How the fuck do they think I was feeling? I knew they meant well, but when the last person left and after all the mess had been cleaned and the eight of us were alone, I was happy. We sat around the massive front room in silence, Mama's smiling face above the fireplace mantle haunting us. Javon looked at all of us. He had taken off the black jacket that matched his suit. He'd roll up the sleeves of his white dress shirt to his elbows. The fabric strained against the muscles of his chest and arms. His slacks hung grown man low on his hips, while his dress shoes knocked against the floor. He had a tumbler with amber brown liquid in his hand. I knew he was in pain by that alone. Javon rarely drank alcohol, nor did he smoke. The easy part is over, he said, then finished off the liquor and passed the glass to me. I set it on the mantel above the fireplace. The hard part starts now. None of us have lived a day without Mama. I know most of us were doing this school shit and working so hard because we wanted to make her proud. We never wanted to let her down. Now that she's gone, we have to go harder. I got this fight coming up, bruh, but I don't think I could do it, Lamont said. You can and you will. All that damn money Mama put into your training, you get your ass up, get in that ring, and beat the shit out of that Russian-ass white boy, you feel me? Corey finally spoke up. He had been quiet the whole time. Javon was the oldest, with me, then Corey bringing up the rear. Mama always looked to us to fill the void of guardian when she wasn't around. That was going to be our duty more now than ever. While Javon spoke with eloquence and more decorum, Corey sometimes let the street slip through his lips if he didn't catch himself. He was a student of criminal law. He had a bachelor's in criminal justice and was a second-year law student. He could run circles around all of us with that law shit he knew, but sometimes his tongue got the better of him. It's so hard to focus knowing she's gone, Corey, Inez said through tears. I tell you what, if any of you niggas think about quitting anything now that Mama's gone, we gonna have a problem, Corey promised. Corey, you have to cut us some slack, Inez replied. Yeah, we're fucking hurting here, Naveen said. Corey's right. Javon, we should be able to at least take a break, Corey. Time to mourn, Melissa added. Corey's right, Javon cut in. None of you had better even broach the subject of quitting a goddamn thing. We've got to see things through, and I'm gonna be on your ass if you think this means you could quit or slack off for any fucking reason. There was so much bass in Javon's voice that we all stared at him as if seeing him for the first time. It was rare that Javon cursed, and even rarer that he raised his voice. Javon was always in control of everything, and that included his emotions. Yes, we all need time to grieve, but you better grieve while you work. No slacking, no time off, he continued, and I mean that shit. Silence followed his order. Nobody was fool enough to say a word lest Javon jump down their throats. I can't do it, Jojo finally spoke up. We all turned to him. His voice was low and even. The designer gold-trimmed glasses he had on couldn't hide the pain in his eyes. They were red and puffy as he glanced at each of us, eyes stopping on Javon. Can't do what? Naveen asked. Can't do what? Naveen asked. Whatever it is, add it to the list of shit you seem to can't do around here. You can't cook. You can't clean. Mama always did it for you. You can't iron your own fucking clothes. Can't do shit, Jojo. Just like you couldn't pick Mama up like you were supposed to, he spat. My eyes widened. I was so shocked and dismayed by Naveen's words that when Corey jumped up and shoved him backward, it didn't register. Navi, chill out, he barked at Naveen. Naveen and Jojo were the youngest. Naveen's 18 to Jojo 17, so they fought often, like any true blood brothers would. They tended to be back on good terms by the end of the night, but this time, there was something in Naveen's eyes that told me this wasn't any ordinary fight. Nah, don't act as if we don't feel the same thing. If he had picked Mom up like he was supposed to, she'd still be here, Naveen yelled. He's a spoiled little piece of shit who needed Mama to wipe his own ass. But when she needed him the most, he couldn't be there for her. She wouldn't even have to be at that bus stop if he had done what he was supposed to. Jojo's face did something freaky. He frowned, then looked like all of the air had been sucked out of his lungs. His lips moved like a fish, as if he was trying to explain or defend himself, but just didn't have the words. The pain and hurt from Naveen's words were written all over his face and body language. Then his expression changed. The hurt behind his brother's words turned into malice. He leaped from the chair so fast it was like a blur. Jojo shot right past Corey and speared Naveen over the chair that was behind him. It was like something off of WWE. I think what shocked us the most was that normally Jojo was cool, calm, and collected. He rarely got into fights or spats outside of sibling rivalry. So for him to go at Naveen shocked all of us. "Fuck you," Jojo howled as he swung at Naveen. "You always talking shit, coming at me like you stupid." As he squealed and yelled, Corey and Lamont pulled their little brothers apart. Jojo was still fighting, mad as tears rolled down his peaking brown face. Naveen tried to shove past Corey, but couldn't. Lamont had Jojo wrapped in his arms. Normally, Naveen didn't show his temper, but judging by the veins popping out his forehead, he was visibly angry. When he saw he couldn't get past Corey, he picked up a bowl of gravy sitting on one of the tables and chucked it at Jojo. The bowl hit him in the head. Gravy and blood spilled down his face. Jojo grunted. His glasses fell to the floor. Melissa and Inez rushed over to him while cussing at Naveen. "Navi, why you do that?" Inez asked with concern in her voice. "You're a dickhead, Navi," Melissa shouted. "Oh, are you out of your damn mind?" I screamed at Naveen. Before I could fix my mouth to verbally assault Naveen further, Javon was across the room. I tried to grab the back of his shirt, but he was too quick. His nostrils were flared. Eyes were cold and flinty. When Javon was angry, everyone gave him wide berth, so it was no surprise when Corey moved away from Naveen, just as Javon reached him. "Javon, no!" I pleaded, knowing he was seconds away from putting Naveen on his ass. He grabbed Naveen by the collar of his shirt and slammed him down to the chair behind him. The big cushioned chair rocked and wobbled from the force of the slam and Naveen's weight. He almost cowered under Javon's anger. I was happy that before Javon could do any real damage, he caught himself. "You sit your fucking ass in this chair and you stay there," Javon said through gritted teeth. "I don't need this shit from you today, understand?" he asked, a finger pointed sternly at Naveen's face. "All he had to do was pick her up," Naveen said defiantly, making Javon try to grab at him again. Corey jumped in front of his brother and spoke something in Tagalog while trying to stop Javon from laying hands on Naveen. Naveen threw his hands up to try to stop whatever Javon was about to do, but Corey had blocked his brother. I could tell that Javon was trying to keep his cool, try to keep his anger in check. He was trying to level out his temper so he could be in control and responsible for what he was about to do. But Naveen's actions had pushed him to the edge, and Javon was struggling not to fall over. Naveen's chest rose up and down slowly as he bit into his bottom lip, water rapidly leaking from his eyes. Fresh tears rolled down my face as I knew all of this stemmed from the fact that Mama was gone. My sisters and I were used to this. Growing up in a house full of boys, we'd seen our share of dick measuring contests, but this was different. "All he had to do was pick her up, Vaughn," Naveen pleaded his case while looking up at Javon. Still crying, he said. "That was it. That's all she ever asked him to do, and he couldn't do it." I ran my hand on top of my eyes to stop the tears. I glanced around the room, and it was easy to see that Naveen was right. Most, if not all of us, had the same thought process at one time or another since Mama's death. I was guilty of it myself. My first thoughts asked, why was she at the bus stop when it was JoJo's job to pick her up? She'd taken money from her savings to buy him the car he wanted on his 16th birthday, and all she asked was that he pick her up from the juvenile center 3 days a week. JoJo had been half-assing the job since he got in his whip, but Mama never made a big fuss about it. JoJo was spoiled. Naveen was right about that too. JoJo must have sensed it as well. As gravy and blood slid down his face, he studied all of us. When his eyes landed on me, I dropped my eyes out of guilt. When I looked back at him, he had a pleading look in his eyes as he looked at Javon and Corey. I found no reprieve there either. I was coming, but she sent me. She texted me, he stammered but couldn't finish whatever he was about to say. The glass tumbler that I had placed on the mantel of the fireplace fell to the floor with a hard crash, startling all of us. Mama's picture seemed to be glaring down at us. That calmed down all the anger in the room. Jojo pulled away from Lamont and ran upstairs. Javon ordered Naveen to go outside and cool off before he stormed out the room himself. Corey and Lamont soon left too, leaving me, Melissa, and Inez alone.